Good afternoon, and thank you for attending today's presentation for what we believe is an exciting new platform technology opportunity which we have identified within FreightWatch and which we think will be an important and critical product for the company's future. We believe it will transform the process of decision making in the logistics industry, including changing how goods are routed, serviced, and delivered to customers in the supply chain. My name is Kieran1, and I'm a Vice President with FreightWatch in Europe. Today I am joined by three other colleagues who will assist me in presenting our new technology innovation to you. Albert will take us through the financial aspects. Suleiman and Sakina will discuss the business model, including the resources, activities, value proposition, and the importance of customer relationships. And we will all review together the stage gate phases before I offer my concluding remarks. So, FreightWatch is an international global logistics security company that focuses on offering GPS tracking services through its proprietary platform of monitoring cargo in real time. FreightWatch has an excellent reputation for high-level service and security, risk management and logistics expertise, global infrastructure and customer base, proven operational excellence, and brand name recognition. Nevertheless, today, the company is in danger of neutralizing all of these success factors if it is not able to retain and maintain its position as an innovative technology and thought leader in the logistics monitoring supply chain space. Over the last 15 years, FreightWatch has been the global leader in providing these logistics security services, monitoring up to 3 billion worth of high-value theft-sensitive products annually. However, it has become apparent that cargo owners are looking for alternative, cost-effective solutions to secure and protect their shipments in transit beyond what FreightWatch currently has to offer. Incredibly as it may seem, with all the sophistication around us today, there is no one single tracking platform that can aggregate supply chain data from multiple sources in a format that will give logisticians the wherewithal and visibility to make decisions in real time. As a management team, we have examined and explored how we should position ourselves for the future in order to address the changing market conditions. As part of this exercise, we have gathered qualitative data from two separate industry focus groups consisting of existing clients and competitors who were interviewed last April. They provided us with their subjective opinions and observations on the development and adoption of new technologies in logistics supply chain. What emerged validates that FreightWatch must develop an open tracking platform that would connect telematics and sensor hardware devices and manage this data, ensuring that clients' products are at the right place, at the right time, and in the expected quantity and condition. The value proposition for end customers is that they will have detailed shipment tracking in real time. Business customers will have integrity and control, especially of their sensitive goods. Logistics companies, who primarily require transparency of their networks, will have ongoing optimization and efficiency of network utilization. This will allow them to proactively mitigate supply chain risk on behalf of clients. I will invite Albert now to take us through the investment requirement to deliver this technology innovation.
Thank you, Kieran. We estimate that an €800,000 investment will be required to develop this technology over a 1-year period. The investment will be primarily allocated against the recruitment of 4 additional and 2 remote development resources, and with some associated project management costs related to management. Of course, a stage gate process will be used to divide the development process into a series of activities and decision points to ensure that project remains on track, on time, and on budget. We anticipate that the payback on the investment will take just 1 year and 4 months based on internal rate of return 181%. As the funding for this technology innovation will be sought internally, we will use the real-world win framework using a series of relevant questions posed to us as managers. We have in effect stepped through an effective due diligence, which will enable to confidently recommend the innovation as a profitable venture, well worth the costs at an acceptable risk to UTC management for approval of funds. We expect that this will be a recurring revenue model business with the new platform projected to provide the FreightWatch EMEA business with approximately an additional 1.26 million euros of revenue annually, based on an assumption of monitoring 180 tracks daily, with a price to the customer of 30 euros per track per day for the first year. This will represent brand new revenue to the business and will make 20% of the total European business commencing from the first year of launch. The margin drop through of this revenue is projected to be 641,000 euros in year 1, which will extrapolate out to 1.36 million by year 5.
Thank you, Albert. The foregoing has been quite high level, so let us provide some additional context, colour and substance of our overall business model for this new tracking platform. To this end, I would like to hand over to Suleiman, who will take us through the business model.
Because this technology commercialization is an internal company initiative, and as Albert mentioned, the real worth win framework best addressed the questions about how real the market for this innovation was, and whether investing in the innovation made strategic sense. As the key activities of this project are related to software development, it will be important to ensure that the project moves through its stage gate milestones on time, that each deliverable is met, and that the development resources adequately match the development requirements. This will be overseen by both the project manager and the director of product technology. There will be 3 key deliverables which will critically differentiate the success of this new tracking platform. Firstly, the main purpose of the project will be to revise the current FreightWatch tracking platform currently in use for security purposes with a new software architecture that will provide a more holistic overview for supply chain monitoring. Secondly, this new software architecture will enable third-party tracking integrations to their devices or telematics systems typically only can appear on own proprietary platforms. However, new FreightWatch tracking platform will be different as it will be able to assimilate differing telematics and products feeds, providing a single user experience, and the dashboard environment will provide all crucial supply chain parameters derived from the telematics systems or devices into an intuitive dashboard for the user. In essence, the new platform will have almost all of today's functions combined with the new features designed, built, documented, and validated so that the service will attract new customers and retain existing customers. It is expected that the software development will begin in March and run for 1 full year, with launch projected to be in January 2018. Between January and March, we will present the business case of funding internally. And thirdly, the investment associated with developing this new platform technology will be primarily related to project management costs, as well as the recruitment of 4 additional staff and 2 remote development human resources. In fact, 2 remote developers will come from a company called Bamboo Technologies, who have been Sensitech's long-term software development partner. During the development period of FreightWatch's new platform, there will also be a balancing requirement to maintain the short-term updates and maintenance of the current FreightWatch 1.0 platform. The overall project management team will be led by the Vice President of the European Operations, who will manage the project through the various stage gates together with the Director of Product Technology, who will oversee the day-to-day management. I would now like to invite Albert to take us through the cost structure.
Thank you. I have already indicated earlier in the presentation the proposed cost to develop this technology, which is broadly based around program management, recruitment of 4 developers, and the contracting of 2 specialist developers in China. However, in order to support the operations, once the platform is functioning, we will have control room operators based in Prague to monitor a fixed number of live shipments with the advanced logic of the platform algorithm and with a high degree of automated alerts. All of this will deliver the performance parameters required by the client, such as shipment departures notification, start-stops events, mandated stops, arrival and departure from ports, mechanical issues, shipment arrivals, panic alarm functions, and deviation for normal logical road.
Thank you, Albert. I would now like to ask Sakina to take us through the value proposition of this innovation and the importance of customer relationships.
The value proposition of this technology will be that the new FreightWatch platform will serve as the next generation supply chain visibility platform. The new software architecture will have maximum flexibility to support data integrated from any known external sources and with the functionality to support any unknown future external sources in a mission-critical 24/7 environment. Platform will have high operational availability with near zero downtime. In addition, it will be capable of aggregating sensor data, predictive route information, and cargo crime intelligence data to facilitate real-time decision-making using the latest electronic systems to afford maximum safety and efficient delivery. We also expect the software to provide automated decision support capability based on the cargo routes. With the evolution of the cellular technology, the data gathered will facilitate a paperless environment, eliminating the need to print any reports as all the data can be retrieved in a dashboard format. The platform will continue to serve FreightWatch's traditional security service, protecting cargo with geofencing and georouting, red zone stops, blacklisted waypoints, and minimum stop alerts will continue to ensure a virtual escort of goods in transit fence. Finally, there will be functionality developed within the new platform so that all information such as proof of delivery, duration of shipment, and National Institute of Standard and Technology certified temperature certifications to be uploaded onto external software packages such as SAP and JD Edwards. FreightWatch knows very well the importance of customer relationships. We recently lost a major contract to an Austrian 3PL who collaborated with an existing consumer electronic company as they seduced them with real-time monitoring and supply chain security services through a telematics solution, claiming an identical and even better service. This effectively shut out FreightWatch from a service it had been previously providing to this client. Cargo owners generally outsource the transportation of their goods to 3PLs, and in EMEA, cargo owners and 3PLs have developed strong strategic relationships based on relational, procedural, and financial benefits. 3PLs are ideally positioned to bring the systems and process design to implement and deliver comprehensive logistics measurement efforts together with subcontractors and third-party service providers to cargo owners. FreightWatch must also develop strong relationships with 3PLs to be part of any future monitoring solution they offer.
Thank you, Sakina. With over 18 years of experience in the logistics security market, and with cargo owners having been typically our client, we believe that there will be two main customer segments for this opportunity in the future. The cargo owners that we refer to, but also now third-party logistics providers. In fact, we believe third-party logistics providers may emerge as the biggest opportunity for FreightWatch. We will now move to our operating plan. Suleiman?
As with any new product development, there are critical phases within the development. Our platform development will follow the 5-stage gate process of scoping, building a business case, technology development, testing and validation, and launch to ensure the product is developed in phases with the appropriate management decisions at each gate to ensure that critical phases of this development are addressed before progressing to the next stage. It is expected that the fully functional platform will be launched by January 2018. As indicated by Kieran, the discovery phase of this technology innovation became apparent when cargo owners began to look at alternative and cost-effective solutions to secure and protect their shipments in transit beyond FreightWatch.
The Stage 1 scoping phase of this development actually took place between last April and December 2016, when two focus groups met at an industry conference in Paris to validate the move to developing a more holistic supply chain platform. As the focus group participants were management-level decision-makers from cargo owners, 3PLs, freight forwarders, and third-party service providers, all of whom have a vested interest in the logistics security industry, it was felt that they could provide the best insight into what the industry was seeking. Three overarching themes resulted from the data which emerged during the discussion across the focus groups, with the growing importance of supply chain visibility being the most prevalent theme. The results for the focus group overwhelmingly convinced management of the need to develop a tracking platform that would be device or telematics agnostic, enable FreightWatch to have universal appeal in tracking logistic parameters across the supply chain. The results and feedback from the focus group clearly justified the moving to the next stage of building a business case.
Stage 2 is the building the business case phase of this project, which will take place between January and March 2017. Here, management will use the real worth-win framework to address questions about how real the market for this platform innovation would be, whether investing in the innovation made strategic sense. The real worth-win framework provides a high-level product description indicating the major functional requirements, the competitive and relevant offerings, the likely product positioning, strategic value, estimated forecast and revenue, time to market, estimated investment and projected return on investment. In developing the technology, we have to justify and commercially validate the information to at least 7 members of our management, including Director of Product Management, Product Marketing Manager, VP of Engineering and Technology, VP of Sales, VP Operations and Managing Director.
The Stage 3 development stage will take place over 7 months between March 2017 and October 2017, and it is expected that there will be 2 releases undertaken in order to allow a modular approach, with Release 1 being an initial customer-facing application to be used by customers for logistics performance management purposes, with Release 2 supporting advanced logistic performance management services. Once all the features of Release 1 and Release 2 are combined, the team will move to the next phase of testing and customer validation.
Stage 4, testing and validation, will be rolled out globally between November and December 2017 across all regions, with selected first adopters to review customer acceptance, product reliability, tweaking of customers' requirements, and assessing the economics of the business model. It is expected that Stage 5 and the commercial launch of the FreightWatch Trax 2 platform will take place in January 2018, with the full commercialization of the product, including a multimedia launch through the UTC Global Marketing Department, including maximizing opportunities to promote the platform at industry conferences, forums, and targeted marketing events. It is also expected that the sales teams would be equipped and trained to provide online demonstrations of platform functionality.
Thank you, Sakina. So in conclusion, the opportunity within the logistics market for this type of technology innovation is real. The voice of the customer has indicated that FreightWatch needs to leverage the connectivity of fleet telematics systems, portable devices, and sensors, and the value of the data derived from these sources to deliver an innovative tracking platform that will capture total supply chain visibility. This commercialization plan, including the investment and resources required, provides a clear and concise description of how the proposed technology innovation offering will be comprehensive and more customer-centric, providing full condition monitoring and integrity of goods travelling in the supply chain, services which will provide a long-term, competitive, sustainable and profitable technology product for the company.